Hi, I'm Grace Park from Battlestar Galactica, and I play Sharon Valeri. I'm in the Manhattan offices of SyFy, and you sent me in some of your questions, and I'm going to answer them from the B-board. So here we go. Okay, so this is from Pale Moonlight. What is your favorite thing about working with a baby on the set? Well, probably how it screams every time it looks at me. You see, we had to start with the baby not liking my character, so I avoided her all the time, and then now it's me and James. Whenever she looks at us, she just goes into a fit and starts screaming. That's probably got to be my favorite part of it. Torture.
I'm not a Cylon.
Solium, this is your question. I was wondering how you compare seasons 1 and 2 regarding your various Cylon roles. In the first season, G Boomer and C Boomer. I think that means Galactica Boomer and Cylon Boomer. I'd like you to know, for the record, they're all Cylons, and only one of them is Boomer. Okay, so I'm going to call one Sharon, and she's the one with Hilo, and I'm going to call the other one Boomer on Galactica. Had times of both hope and despair, yet friendships and relationships kept your character going in a positive direction. I don't know about positive. However, in the second season, Sharon was locked up most of the time, shackled, raped, abused, degraded, and almost always in misery. How draining was the second season for you as an actress? It was very draining. I pretty much burnt out halfway through, and I thought, I don't even know how they're going to shoot this stuff because I'm not going to do it. No, I didn't really think that. Well, I did think that, but I wasn't going to do that. It says, it was draining as a viewer seeing the hell your character was faced with. Well, I'm glad that came across because it was very trying doing it. It was always like the next episode is like, all right, what happens with this episode with my character? But it, you know, it was great because it was a total boot camp. Everything and anything seemed to happen to her. And I really, really enjoyed that, actually, as perverse as that sounds. So, Peiko Cat, what is your favorite scene so far this season? You know I can't answer that. This is none of your business. That's actually your screen name. Will the tune Boomer Hum to the Cylon Raider in Flesh and Bone reappear? I know it was ad-libbed, but could it reappear nonetheless? It's actually not totally ad-libbed. I chose that song, and it's actually like a folk song. It's a Korean lullaby that my mom sang to us. And I was actually thinking about where that could come back. Ooh, that's a good idea, because maybe I'll have her hum it to her baby. Thank you very much. I think I'll use that. I gotta answer this question. Deck officer, do you ever want to get into the cockpit of a Viper and blow away some Cylon ships? I'm a Cylon. Why would I want to do that? Like, I can't believe you even asked me that. Let me think about that, though. No. Hi, my name's Grace Park, and I play Lieutenant Sharon Valeri on Battlestar Galactica. And I'm in Manhattan at the offices of SyFy, and I'm going to answer some of the questions from the B-board. Weezer or Phil, if you could exchange roles with another character, who would it be and why? I think Trisha gets to do a lot of fun stuff. She gets to kick a lot of friggin' ass. Sorry, frackin' ass. I would like to change with her. And if I could pull off what James pulls off, I would be Guy Spalter. Agent Smith Reloaded. Science fiction has always been a unique way to address current issues by subtly disguising them in futuristic settings and characters. What are your thoughts on the parallels, whether intentional or coincidental, between the events portrayed in Battlestar Galactica and current world events? I'm absolutely thrilled to be on a show where we do not shy away from current events. I think it's a very intriguing way to look at our world and to explore the things that I think a lot of people would rather not face and would rather escape from. And it's kind of funny because we're doing a TV show on space, or in space, so in a way we are kind of escaping, yet we go, you know, we leave Earth or the planets, all that, and we go to the next frontier, and it turns out we have all the same problems anyway. I love that we explore a lot of the issues based in politics. Obviously, I think it doesn't just have to be politics. Like, whatever you face in the world, whether it be business or politics or fashion, you're always going to have people that are corrupt. You're going to have people in power that are faced with the decision to act according to their morals or not. And I think it's very intriguing that we actually flush it out. So we started airing some of our dirty laundry, and people can actually comment on that instead of pretending that everything's fine and glossing it over, because it takes a lot of energy to conceal a lie, I think, as we all know. I hope you know. The Merovingian. I'm sorry, I don't know where that's from. When did you get the mysterious Cylon source book Ron distributed to the cast? Are there any juicy secrets in there? Maybe. And when did we get it? We just got it like a few episodes ago. And Ron was like, yeah, I guess I should send it to you. And then Trish and I have been peddling it around to the other Cylons. And then we find out they just like ripped it off one lunchtime. So they're like, oh, no, don't pay any attention to that. And we've been like formulating everything around that. It kind of has to do with how they exchange information, a little bit about the downloading process, a little bit of the differences between each model. Like perhaps, can't say that. Never mind. I was going to say something, and then it's going to get too confusing. Mordant Monkey, one question. My daughter Kate wants to know what your favorite breakfast cereal is. It's this organic raisin bran by, like, I can't remember, but it comes in like a plastic bag because it's like eco-friendly. We eat that by like the bag, like all the time. If we're going to talk about junk cereal, I like Captain Crunch. Hi, my name's Grace Park, and I play Sharon Valeri, or Boomer, or Lieutenant Sharon Valeri, or Skin Job, whatever you guys want to call me. I'm going to answer some of your questions from the B-board. La la la. Weissman. I would love to ask Grace about what she thinks about the fact that the relationship between Sharon and Hilo, I said Shero, like look, that's Benifer, means a lot to people in mixed race relationships. I love that Sharon and Hilo, to us, you know, on Earth, we say that they're a mixed race couple. Actually, I guess they're a mixed race couple too, because we have one Cylon and one human. We have that a few times on our show. I really do like how ethnic race is a non-issue. I embrace it. I love it. I'm really glad I'm not with like one other Asian character and it's just like us two together. Like, I would totally have to roll my eyes at that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, because I'm actually married to somebody who's Korean. Even though I did tell my parents I didn't want to marry anybody that was Korean. He won me over. So I do love that. I take it that maybe you've been in a relationship where it was mixed race. I hope it's going well for you. And I hope there wasn't too much discrimination. But yeah, I guess it does happen. And it's not just race, it's like culture, all that too. George T. Is there any chance that BSG will put on a hockey team together? What? Hockey? Because we're in Canada? I'll bring it up with them, all right? But I do know a few of them play hockey. Actually, a lot of them play golf. And some of us snowboard. But we kind of all do it separately. Hey, you asked before. Okay, the Merovingian. What? Have intentionally made your birth date a total mystery has led me to believe that you, Grace Park, are in fact a Cylon. People with verifiable histories, such as Adama, Rosalind, Starbuck, etc., can't be Cylons because the Cylons only started infiltrating the colonies recently. Wrong. But we'll keep going. My birth date. Are you talking about me, Grace Park, or me, the Cylon character? I think you're talking about me. Well, if you look me up on IMDb, it has my birthday. If you look me up on other websites, it has like Katie Sackhoff's birthday, which is now apparently my new birthday, or the other Grace Park, the golfer, so I have her birthday. Now, there was something that we did with Entertainment Weekly, and it was with Trisha and Lucy, and they asked me for my birthday, and they wouldn't let go, so finally I was like, all right, I'll give my birthday, and I gave them my birthday, and they got it wrong. So apparently people just want to keep me a Cylon, and that's my answer. Deck officer, what was it like doing the Maxim photo shoot? Was it fun? Yeah, it was fun. Actually, at times it was kind of potentially, I thought maybe cheesy, because we had a fireplace and a rug, and I thought like, no, we're really doing this shot. And we did the shot, and it looked awesome. I got there a little bit nervous, and the people that we worked with were so professional and really chill, and I got there a little bit nervous, and I think they just been around so many bikini and lingerie-clad girls that to them it was like no big deal. I think that's what it's like when you work in fashion after a while. And so it was awesome. Was it totally sexy? I don't know. I think it was just a great photo shoot, and the chemistry was interesting with the photographer and the different location. The house was very weird because the people lived upstairs, so everything downstairs was all like preserved as you saw it. But thank you. Gaius Baltar. Obviously, you probably can't give too much away. Good, smart viewer. But will you be featured prominently in the Cylon story arc this season? And will there be more Cylon-centric episodes like the awesome Downloaded last year? Yes, that was one of my favorites too. Sharon actually will not be featured really heavily in the Cylon story arc. It actually has a little more to do with Deanna and Six and Baltar. But Sharon is in there. She does some kind of strange exercises that you'll see. It's very odd. You'll be like, what the heck is she doing over there? And you said, P.S. Here's to no more silly fiber optic cable plot escapes. Yes! I love you. Okay. Rosalind is gorgeous. Yes, she is. Do you think that the bond Rosalind now has with Hera will connect her more to your character in the future? I think so. Now Rosalind actually has Cylon DNA running through her system. And I think that actually plays with her. I'm not sure if in her dreams, in her decisions, but she has to come to the grips that a Cylon actually saved her life, or the technology, which I guess originally came from humans, but that probably will very much tie Sharon with Laura and Hera. I'm not exactly sure how yet, but knowing David and Ron, it's going to be something twisted and interesting and neck-breaking and dark.
And why?
Because it's Battlestar Galactica. Regarding the interrogation scene in Pegasus, essentially, can you elaborate your thoughts on this scene, the filming and how it came out, both broadcast and extended version? I think you're talking about the rape scene. I like how you use a euphemism of interrogation scene, which is probably what everyone likes to use it as. We actually filmed it a little bit longer. Michael Ramber asked me how far you want to take it, and we're like, because it's supposed to stop before there's any penetration, you know, as you can tell, because this is TV, and this is Michael Reimer, and so it was like, do you want to shoot it? Why not? So we shot it that way. And I think it actually adds an element of intensity and drama and more fear, actually, to the cut. Because even though now it's been scaled back and cut to a shorter version, you get that sense that something very dangerous is about to happen. And I think we caught that in there. And apparently there's a longer version for you crazy fans on the DVD set. And I'm one of those crazy fans because I like the longer version, as twisted as it sounds. I think just mostly because it's something that happens to 1 in 3 women in the world, and we can throw each out of an airlock and torture each other, but when it comes to something that happens all the time, everyone's like, oh, let's pretend it never happened. So I think as a woman, or you know, for any man who loves women, I think it's an important thing to explore. All right, Pipstar, please tell us all the gritty Please tell us all the gritty details about making it with Tomo. Inquiring dirty minds are dying to know. I'd actually like to know, because unfortunately we're a little too professional on our set. There's no tongue, no groping of, you know, the different bases, you know what I mean? And I actually asked them to do another lovemaking scene, but for some reason they're not listening to me. It's falling on deaf ears. I think it's because I'm married and people are scared of married people getting together. You know, does it make sense? Ooh, does he like older women? I don't know. I'm assuming you're older. But I don't know if you know how old he is. He's cute, huh? Yeah, he's not too bad to look at. Is there some sort of wireless memory information net that Sharon taps into from time to time? Caprica Sharon says she actually doesn't remember shooting a Dalma, but she knows things that Leoben told Starbuck back in Flesh and Bone. Did Sharon unplug herself from some sort of wireless Cylon infonet in Flesh and Bone? after which she doesn't know things other Cylons do? Could she, like, tap into things Six is thinking too? She wanted to spy on the Cylons? I can't believe you're confused. It's so cut and dry. It's really, really easy. Fine. I will answer this question. Okay, so for the record, one model cannot exchange information with another model. The Sharons cannot exchange information with the Cavils and the Deannas with the Simons. It's only within one model. But it's also kind of like a computer. You choose when to upload information and when to download information. So not every Sharon is going to have all the exact same information because they don't all want the information. So some of them are going to tap into the, I don't know what it's called yet, some kind of like information central nervous system, let's say. And some of them will choose not to for their own reasons. And she did, at that time, choose to not give any more information, obviously, because she was on the run. It wouldn't serve her purposes. And Hilo obviously didn't know that she was doing that. But yes, at that time, she stopped doing it. And if you want to talk about Boomer, she didn't know she was a sleeper agent, so I think she was actually uploading without realizing it. There you go. I hope that clears some things up.
I'm not a Cylon.
And if it doesn't, I don't know any more than that. Okay, Sephiroth 144. How do you know this is like an online name, huh? Has there been anything, either a minor detail or major storyline development, that you would have taken in a different direction? Oh yes, many things, but they're already edited. They're in the Battlestar DVD, so there's no point going on about that. There's always a lot of things that the actors or directors are fine-tuning or gripe about or like to shape in a different direction. But at the end of the day, it's David Icke and the directors and Ron Moore who get to cut and paste everything together, and it usually looks beautiful anyway, luckily. Good thing they're good at what they do. Terrible Ted. I understand you were filming a movie in New York City recently. Can you tell us anything about it, and when will it be released? I just did a film called West 32nd. A lawyer gets mixed in with the Korean gangsters in New York. And my character, her brother committed a murder, and he's only 14, and she's dealing with how it's affecting her family and what she can do to get him out. I think it's a great film. It's actually, there's a lot of humor involved that I don't know if everyone's going to get, because as a Korean person, I really, really get it. It's really like hierarchy, like based humor. Like how if you have like an older brother or younger brother, like you can just like whack them on the back of the head, and like they kind of take that, and it's sort of, it's funny for them. I don't know, you just got to see it. It makes no sense whatsoever, what I'm saying. It will be released in Korea next year, and I think we're going to be taken to the film festival circuits in Europe and hopefully the United States. So watch for it, West 32nd. Thanks so much. It was a lot of fun, and I like being in this little white room answering your questions. So if you have any more, send them on in, and I'm sure I'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks. You're in a desert walking along in the sand when all of a sudden you look down and you see a tortoise. Grace, it's crawling towards you. You reach down, you flip the tortoise over on its back. The tortoise lays on its back, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over, but it can't. Not without your help. But you're not helping. Why is that, Grace? What's a tortoise?